Okay, your attention please. We're going to call this meeting to order February 12th, 2024, 6:30 p.m. First item on the agenda, of course, is to do the roll call.
Norma McNair, Commissioner.
Ron Walker, Commissioner.
Joe Titman, Mayor.
Nicole Fehrenbach, City Clerk.
Chris Gomez, City Code Enforcement.
Chris Miguel, City Attorney.
Judge Dale Snyder, Rush County.
All right, the next item on the agenda is recording meetings and meeting decorum. We're going to make a change about recording the meetings. We're going to have all recordings take place from that table back there. So, Ron, you'll have to move your camera back there. And normally you'll have to move yours back there also.
We're going to have a little bit of a problem here. If we do.
Why is that?
Well, we got people in front of us, and also, if you want me to make sure that we all get seen, that I was requested, I can't really turn it.
Doesn't this one show 360?
It does. So
Okay, so that shows
anybody
everybody.
else recording the meeting will have to do it from that table back there.
Well,
If you'd like to move your chair over there somewhere else, Ron, you can do that, or you can sit there.
Yep.
But isn't that on the city of McCracken thing, so why do we need all those recordings?
Ron, sit it there, and you get a better view there.
Yeah, we do switch what's wrong. Okay, I'll get you a chair. Get you a chair. How are you? Good.
You got me too.
I thought I'd seen you.
Okay, as far as decorum at these meetings goes, I want to emphasize that everyone has a chance to speak during public comment, and beyond that, you should try to stay quiet. Don't blurt anything out. If there's something you see in the meeting that you want to talk to somebody about, write it down. You can call any one of us at any time, except after this meeting, because we're going to bed. So you can call us anytime. Call us during work hours anytime. We want to keep these meetings to business. We want to get through them in a timely fashion without wasting any time. Don't talk to each other, and don't talk to us. We welcome your comments, but we can't do them during these meetings because we have a lot of things on our agendas most of the time, and we have to move through it. The next item on the, let me say this too. If people get rowdy in here, I'm going to call them out of order. And I'll call you out of order twice. The third time, I'm going to have you removed. And I don't care who you are. We're going to make these meetings professional and like they should be. And like I say, we're always open to discussion. Anything you want to bring to the next meeting, bring it. Take your time with public comment and bring it to the commission. We're your commissioners, but these meetings have to take place in an orderly fashion, so I'm going to enforce that. Okay, the next item is public comment, and I don't have the list. Oh, here we go. Let me say one more thing before we start here. We're not going to play, this isn't King of the Hill. We're not going to tolerate fighting or personal grievances here. If you have city business that concerns the city, bring it. If you have anything else, take it where it belongs. Don't waste time here. Okay, sorry, Jackie, go ahead.
Okay, it's just been a roller coaster of emotions for Chris and I. This might be right where Joe was leading, I don't know. I'm unaware of what the true hatred is towards me, whether it's in this and we're getting attacked on the outside. This did, in fact, have to do with the city of McCracken. And frankly, I'm tired of it too. So whether it's jealousy or ego, I'm just sad because I want it known. I resigned from this commission 2 years ago, February 14th, which would be Wednesday. I resigned. No one recalled me. No one paid for me to get out. I resigned. And it was basically meant because there were people that were stopping the fighting everything that the attorney said or fighting everything that the code enforcer said. We have to actually come together to make that happen. And you can't keep doing it. This is the third election that has been within a couple of votes from identical. I won fair and square. Brian won fair and square. Joe Rant won fair and square. It's the other half. They say, oh, this was close. We used to be close until Jackie came. No. You guys attacked John Zeller. You attacked the church. The church was divided. There's so many things that were going on in this town before I arrived here. It was not me that divided this town. And now you have a new commission, and at the last meeting, the Facebook, everybody hides on it. They don't want to come to these meetings, but we're hiding behind the Facebook. I'm the one that's going to stand up here and tell you. We just got a new commission, and there's already attacks on the new commissioners. Are you serious? This town has got to come together one way or another, because this is not working, folks. And you chastising me 2 years later, it doesn't matter to me, guys. I don't care. I don't care. It's an emotional roller coaster. We came here to be a part of something good and to bring it back to life. And look what some of them have done. It is half, less than half, because the good people keep winning. So let's keep winning and keep the naysayers shut down. And that's the way we've got to do it.
Okay, thanks for your comment, Jackie. So this time I just start. Okay, next is Chris Petz.
I'd like to apologize for my vocabulary, but I'm not going to apologize for being angered. I was just, the last meeting I requested an explanation. I don't know whether that was able to be worked on this week, but it's unredacted. All right, we'll check this out. I hope and pray that this stupidity that's in this letter doesn't affect the new elected officials such as Brian, such as Joe, and our future elections. So I hope this will...
It was just answers to your questions.
Yes, that's very good. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Next is Clem.
Sorry. Got excited.
Most of you people don't know me. I'm Clem Carleen. And at your last meeting here, I heard on a recording that I had given $10,000 to some people here to prosecute Jackie. That's all false. I didn't give him $10,000, and I gave it to a lawyer, so let's get it straight here too. I didn't do what people said I'm doing. There was a poster hung around town by a certain individual that I was, what do you want to call me, an ex-felon and stuff like this, and I was a big bad guy and all this other stuff. Take it as you see it, but get it straight. That's all.
All right, thank you, sir. Next item is the consent agenda. We need to approve the minutes from the January regular meeting and the January special meeting. You guys read those minutes?
Yes.
Yes.
And would you approve them as written?
I make a motion, we approve them as written.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the minutes as written. Next item is to pay bills. Oh, excuse me. We'll vote to approve those minutes. All in favor say aye.
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 Aye. So the minutes are approved as written. Okay, next is to pay the bills.
For some reason, all the vouchers didn't print off, but I brought the checkbook in here so I could just say them. I had Joe sign them already, though. Okay. We had, our membership for Kansas Municipal Utilities was due, that was $75, and then the tax money for the library was $1,893.85. Then Kevin Anderson put in a lock for me, or a key, digital key thingy, and that was $75. Then our Rural Water Association membership was up too, and that was $132.50. Then we had to excavate for a water pipe break, that was $1,140. Our loan payment was up, that was $2,946.33.
That's for the water department.
That's for the water, yeah. And then we had that part go out on our telemetry, that was $2,495.51. Then I had to give Bruce Davis his deposit back for his water. Then our payroll. Mitch's trash, which is always $1,754.50. Rural water, $40. And then that sign that got voted to put up in Ellis was $307.58, and that's it.
And that sign is up.
That is up, yes.
Looks good.
I'll make a motion that we pay the bills.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to pay the bills. Let's take a vote. All in favor say aye.
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 Aye. It's unanimous that we pay the bills. Okay, resolutions and ordinances. Ordinance 2024-4. This is an ordinance to establish regulations for a grant committee. I don't know if I want to read this whole thing. That's not too bad. I'm going to read it. Be it ordained by the governing body of the city of McCracken, whereas the Board of Commissioners recognize the importance of efficient and effective grant management and allocation, whereas the establishment of a dedicated grant committee will enhance our organization's ability to evaluate, recommend, and oversee grant-related activities. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners of McCracken, Kansas, creation of the grant committee. The board hereby establishes a grant committee consisting of 4 members, including the president of the Board of Commissioners, The precise name and role of the committee shall be grant committee. Committee composition, the committee may consist of community members and external experts with relevant expertise in grant writing, evaluation, and program management. These members shall be appointed by the mayor and approved by the commission. The committee shall appoint a chairperson from among its members. Powers and duties. The grant committee shall have the following powers and duties: to review and assess grants available to the city, evaluate the alignment of the grants with our mission and strategic goals, recommend to the governing body grants based on merit, impact, and feasibility, monitor the progress of funded projects and ensure compliance with grant terms, and provide regular reports to the governing body on grant-related matters. The officers of the organization are authorized to take any necessary actions, including executing documents and certificates to implement the purpose and intent of this ordinance. Any actions taken by officers before the adoption of this ordinance that fall within its authority are hereby ratified, confirmed, and approved. This ordinance shall take effect upon publication in the paper of record. So we'll establish this grant committee. We'll ask for volunteers to fill these positions, and the commission president, Brian, will head up this committee. Is that okay with you?
Yes, sir.
Brian has some experience with grants in the rural water departments. Okay, so I'll motion that we pass this ordinance. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, we'll vote to pass an ordinance to establish regulations for a grant, ordinance 2024-04. All in favor say aye.
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 Hey, I do have a question. How about the group that, and I meant to ask this last week, that we already had that was gonna do the grant stuff
We'll-
that we had booked and we
We'll
had
we'll be
presented?
the grant committee will be in touch with them,
Because
absolutely.
that was, because I'd forgotten about that at the time,
I
but
did
we
too.
already did have that
Yeah,
group that we did instill before.
yeah,
And we did.
and we'll definitely follow through with that. Okay, so the ordinance is passed. Ordinance 2024-4. Okay, ordinance 2024-05. This is an ordinance enacting a code of ordinances for the city of McCracken, Kansas, revising, amended, restating, codifying, and compiling certain existing general ordinances of the political subdivision dealing with subjects embraced in such code of ordinances and declaring an emergency.
Is this based on the codifying?
The codification of our
That we did.
ordinances. Yeah,
They
and so,
sent this to me, like, in the box with all the books, like they
This
sent me.
came with,
Yeah, I just had to fill in the blanks.
so this is kind of long, I'm not gonna read this. If anybody wants to see it, you're certainly welcome to. I'll pass it over to you if you wanna see it. Did you guys get a chance to read it?
I kind of skimmed through it.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we pass ordinance 2024, the codification of our ordinances. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. We'll vote to pass ordinance 2024-5. All in favor say aye.
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 Aye. So it's unanimous that this ordinance pass. I believe this takes effect as soon as it's signed, right?
As soon as it's published in the
As soon as
paper.
it's published in the paper. Okay, we have one more ordinance here.
No, that one I didn't put on here.
Oh,
I was
you
just
did?
giving that
Okay.
to you to read, so you
Okay.
could go through it. But you can look at, but I did not put it on the agenda, we'd have to add it to the agenda. I just thought I'd give it to you right now so you'd have a chance to look over it for a while.
Okay. All right. We do that.
I mean-
but,
If you want to read it now, it's fine. I didn't intend on,
okay. We can do this at the next meeting, a special meeting, or the,
so yeah, we'd have to do it this special meeting or a
Yeah.
regular meeting.
okay. All right, this is ordinance, I'm just gonna tell you something about this. It's ordinance 2020-406. This is an ordinance that establishes municipal court. I think we wanna probably get this done as soon as possible, so we may call a special meeting just for this.
I would intend to look at it first.
Yes.
That's
You
a
put a little
serious,
some notice on it too. You can publish it in the agenda, so.
but that's a serious one too,
Anyway, this establishes municipal court for the city of McCracken. And the last piece we have to put in place is a judge. And at this time, I'd like to introduce to you Judge Snyder. And if you would, just say hello and tell us about Judge Snyder.
Well, I've been in Rush County now, going on 24 years. I've been the district magistrate judge going on 16 years. I sit in La Crosse at the courthouse there. I know years ago, and I think some of you folks who've been around here, your former judge before held court. A lot of times you were required to go to La Crosse. You will not do that with me. I come to you. Okay, if I'm appointed by this commission, as I told them before, I will follow the ordinances. It makes me no difference. I have to do that where I sit up there on state statute. I'll follow state statute and city ordinances. And that's the way it works. And if there's an issue and we can't resolve it, it will get resolved one way or the other.
Amen.
And I'm not trying to be mean to nobody. I don't mean nothing mean to nobody. But all towns have ordinances and they're to be enforced. And if they set up a municipal court and I'm the judge, I will enforce those ordinances.
Very good. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you for coming out tonight.
You're welcome.
Okay, next we have commissioner reports. First on the list, Brian Walker.
Last week we talked, or last meeting, we talked about, moving forward with, some grants and people that we, might reach out to. And we reached out to, Great Plains Development, a lady named Faye Trent. She has actually helped the city of McCracken years and years and years ago, so she's vaguely familiar with this area. She's helping with several different municipalities. She kind of made the comment that municipalities are her expertise. So she would be willing to attend our next regular meeting and kind of lay out what she does and how she does it.
Awesome.
See if that's
What's her
something.
name?
Her name is Faye Trent. And that's Great Plains Development. You know, those are the people that are involved in this day in, day out, that understand how to write up grants, what order you want things. You know, I might want a Dr. Pepper stand, but she'll tell us, you've got to do this first.
No beer?
Brian, you,
Hold on. Thank you.
But anyway, that's one thing that we can kind of put on the agenda for next time.
Okay.
That's all I have.
And let me get his Faye
Faye Trent.
Trent. Okay, yeah, that'd be great if she could come out and visit with us. Next commissioner report is from Norma.
I don't have anything.
Okay. My report is, as you can see, Nicole's office edition is moving right along. I have a bunch of doctor's appointments this week, so I might not get materials this week, but probably this weekend I'll get all the materials, and then we'll start building on that, and we'll get it done as fast as possible. I'm thinking maybe 7 days. I'd like to get volunteers for the grant committee. If anybody's interested in that, please just come and see me after the meeting. We want to get cracking on that as soon as possible. We need money. We need things here. Our streets are falling apart. If we let them go another couple of years, they'll be gone. So, first thing I'm gonna have the grant committee do is make a list of priorities, the things that we really need first, and then the things that we want, and then just things that we can get that we think we ought to get. So, really, that's all I have to. Nicole?
I just have the treasurer's report up there. That's the new one. We did get our deposit for the first half of from the county.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay, water operator's not here tonight. City marshal, or excuse me, city code enforcer. Do you have anything?
Nothing yet.
Okay. Old business is, concerns the, the city's IT firewall. And
I did look at those, but then I started thinking that maybe we want to keep the money local, like, because
I can't remember what the money was that we were looking at for that.
it was 500, but that was just a one-time, like.
That was for the setup,
Mm-hmm,
and then it was what?
$100 a month. Because we get like a capital check from Golden Belt every year. Like we get credits, and then that's still like keeping the money local. I know they give a lot back.
What do we get back from them?
Well, they give a lot of grants. And I don't know, I think that they give a lot back to the community. They put a lot into the community.
They do.
And that was their firewall and their monthly.
And then, yeah, then we'd have like something close that we could get if we had any problems, and I don't know. I don't know much about it, so I really can't.
Well, it's good to
Not an
have,
expert.
it's good to have somebody close that you can call, that it will actually come out here. These other firewalls that I looked up and researched are, they come with that kind of, they come with somebody on the phone, and that's all you get. And then it's kind of up to us to maintain it and to put it in place and keep it in place. And then if we have problems, we can call.
That's
Well,
probably-
then that way you can go down to the office too, and if you needed
Yeah,
to
'cause
talk to.
I don't know anything, like, I'm not an
Yeah,
expert
I'm
at
not
all. I
either
would
on that.
need more than a phone call, I'm sure, sometimes.
I'm not on that either.
Okay, so that's what was it, a $300 setup?
It was $500.
$500 setup fee, and then $100 a month. And do you have that proposal date?
I do. Sorry. Here we go.
Okay. I have a tab on here. And these are the things that we'll get out of this, this package that we picked.
Yes. That's what they recommended.
Yeah, I think we had a copy of this.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Norma, did you get a chance to look at that?
What is it?
Didn't we have a copy of this in our
Yeah,
first
in
packet?
in the last packet.
Couple meetings ago or last meeting?
think I seen the bill. I don't remember seeing that, but I'm sure it's just pretty standard.
It is, that right there is what we get out of that package. You guys both think we ought to do it? I think we need to get it in place, and that's, I
Well,
mean,
that way, then we also have the guest room for people when they're here. I kind of like that idea, because this building is metal, and some people's phones really don't work in here without that, so I really think that's a good idea.
and for how long is that contract?
I think it was 3 years. I told them, I said, that's kind of funny with municipalities because you can only really,
Go per year.
yeah, you can go per year, like you can only obligate a budget for that year. But they
But
said
if we-
they said they'd work around that.
But
with
even
us.
if we know it is a 3-year contract, we can look at
Right.
the budget within there.
Right, and we could always, I mean, not
Yeah.
do it, so it's not like
Yeah, I mean, that can be
set in stone.
implemented.
Right, and they said that they would work with us. Since
They're
I
pretty
explained that,
good.
yeah, I explained that to them, that we can't really obligate any money past this year, but
Okay. All right, well, I'm fine with it. You
we've
guys,
got a motion.
you guys are okay with it?
I'll make a motion that we go with Golden Belt for the firewall.
Okay, I'll second the motion.
Into a vote.
So, yeah, do you want to vote on it? And all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. So, you can go ahead and get that
I'll do it tomorrow.
in as soon as possible. Okay, are you guys okay with a work session on Thursday?
It's by ordinance.
At a work session on Thursday, I want to talk about,
New business.
new business was hiring a city judge.
I haven't made the ordinance for that or the resolution because I really didn't know how to word that, so.
Well, you might call it.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that next week.
Okay.
But I figured that you guys probably might want to appoint him tonight, then we can make the resolution. Like, you have to set a salary first, though.
We already said that. I mean, he requires a specific
Yeah,
salary.
it has
so-
to be set by ordinance before you can hire anybody.
Okay, we'll
So
do
just-
that. We'll do that,
I'll grab you after you get down, we can do it next week.
Okay.
yeah. All right, we're gonna do that next week, Judge, if that's okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
And then Jackie's off, she didn't want to be on there anymore.
Jackie's taken off the agenda. All right, work session,
I've got a conflict on Thursday.
okay?
Our oldest daughter's got a pretty serious doctor's appointment that I probably should attend.
Okay. Would Friday be okay for you? I hate doing things on Friday, but it'll be pretty short.
I'll be about 350 miles away.
Oh, man, you are hard to work with tonight.
Do you want to, well, how about next week?
If we could bump it to next week, that
Just
would,
next week, or with next
or if
Thursday,
we could bump it,
or
I don't know.
Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm swamped
I've
this
got
week too.
I've got a library board meeting Monday.
Next Tuesday? Okay, next Tuesday, there's work session. What's the date then, do you know?
What is it, 20th? 20th.
At 6:30?
Sure. I don't work that day, so I just don't matter.
Okay with you guys?
That's fine.
Okay, at this work session, I want to talk about finishing up, getting the grant committee into their first official meeting. Oh, by the way, the grant committee has space at the library they can work in. So, and
There's a
then,
meeting room, yeah. The
yeah.
meeting room.
the meeting room over there. And the other thing I want to talk about is the finishing off a job description for city superintendent. And basically just those two items. Okay, that's all I have. I have motion that we adjourn the meeting unless you guys have something else.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor of adjourning the meeting for February 12th, 2024, say aye.
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 Aye. Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Yes.